the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right? Robinson, I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle.
You feel me? I am Savvy Mike in this. I am Savvy Mike TV, and we're learning more. We're learning more about this guy, Tyler Robinson, the shooter that killed Charlie Kirk on, I believe it was September 10th, either the day before 9/11 or the 9/11, one of them days. He murdered that man in cold blood, and it was wrong. It shouldn't have happened. It was fucked up, and yeah, that's that. But either way, we're learning more about the shooter. We're learning more about who he is and what he was into. And we've basically just been hearing a lot of rumors and theories from the family at this moment. You know, his mom or his grandmother was like, "Don't y'all say my son was a liberal. Are you fucking dead?" Like, the grandma was ready to cuss niggas out over Tyler. She was like, "Oh, hell no, nah. He was about as conservative as get. He grew up in a conservative household. His whole family are Republicans. We all voted for Trump. He voted for Trump. Oh, he wasn't no liberal." But apparently, the truth of the matter is as he grew up, he probably learned some things, realized he had probably been brainwashed. And now when you get brainwashed, I never recommend going and being brainwashed again on another side. Once you unbrainwash yourself and get out of that unbrain dead state of not thinking for yourself and just being in a hive mindset all the time, I would say you should balance the two out at that point. You should go listen to both sides. Hear what you hear, take from it what you take from it, and at that point, make your decisions. But, you know, going from one radical part to another radical part never works out, unfortunately. And that's why we're here. Because apparently, you know, he had a transsexual girlfriend. Please leave me alone. Okay. He was messing with a transsexual, right? So apparently being with this transsexual, he learned a lot about Charlie Kirk and just didn't fuck with how he hated people so much, I guess. He was like, he's just full of hate and I'm going to do something to him. That's what he said in these text messages, or that's what they're saying he said in these text messages. I'm kind of weirded out about this. I'm not going to lie, these text messages. Because I was listening to it. No, this is what happened. I woke up, right? I woke up and they said, here's the text messages. And it was a full thread of just the whole thing. It was everything, right? And I was reading it and it read like ChatGPT wrote it. I was like, this seems to like everything that basically the Fed said aligns with the text messages. That's what it's going to sound like. Let's listen. Let's listen. Like, my point is, it doesn't sound like an actual conversation that someone is having. You know, like just how people talk to each other. You know how we talk even in text messages, emojis, things that I think a 22-year-old would be using. It's just straightforward. Now, I don't know if he was still on the run at that point because they didn't give us no timestamps. But it's just straightforward. It's like, it's just to the point. This. And it's just like, no. I just don't think that's how a person, especially in that situation, I don't think they would be texting. I think if they really wanted to talk, I would think if you really wanted to get away with this, you wouldn't be texting nobody. You would call. Even if you calling from your phone, you would just call and it would be like, okay, this is the call I made, yeah. But you would just make a call. You wouldn't put it on, like, this 22-year-old, and he was in school. I believe he was smart. If he did do it, and they're saying he did do it, this is the person. Let me stay there. But at the same time, because I'm kind of, I just think he would be smart enough to think, why am I texting right now, you know? And then it even gives a reason for why the gun was in the woods. And that reason just doesn't make, let's listen. Let's listen.
Roommate. Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then...
Where's the note? You see what I'm saying? In a sense, right now, the feds, the FBI should want to be as transparent as possible with this, right? Y'all have a note. We have the transcript of the court filings. In it, there is no note. Where is the fucking note? Y'all got a photo of it. Y'all got it. Where is the note of this kid saying that he planned on doing what he had planned on doing that day? Where's the note? I'm not trying to say he's innocent. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's weird. Like, I just hate when the government don't just make it point blank and clear, right? You feel me? You feel me, feds? Like, y'all just don't make it point blank to the point. This is what happened. And it just makes sense. It just all aligns. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It always feel a bit fishy. It do. It always feel a bit fishy. Like, this is fishy. What's going on here? Like, okay. Now, while this kid they got, Tyler Robinson, definitely looked like the guy from the pictures. So I could believe that it was him because it looked like him. Damn. I don't even know where
the roommate.
I didn't believe it looked like him because it looked like him. I think it was like, I'm gonna look at how the camera was panned. Yeah, I was right there. But I believe it looked like him because it looked like him. But at the same time, it's always feel muddy. Like the water's never clear. It's never a clear spring day. It's always some bullshit. It always feel like some bullshit being involved with it. It's just kind of crazy.
The opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right? Robinson, I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle.
You feel me? I don't know what 22-year-old y'all know talking about and then interrogated somebody in similar clothing. What 22 you know talking like that?
From my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson again, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. IDEK if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The F in messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke all right. I'm going to have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K dollar scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again. Delete this exchange. Again, Robinson. My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN. Not answering. Robinson. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you are all I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. The search for Robinson.
Damn. He was instructing her like King Slime. He was giving her the King Slime instructional. He's like, hey, police pull up, ask for a lawyer.
Sean Buffton, gentlemen, thank you both so much for joining us, and well done on collecting this extraordinary amount of evidence. Sheriff Smith, you were at that press conference with the DA today. There is a huge amount of evidence against Tyler Robinson. DNA on the towel, the rifle, the cartridges. Is this beginning to seem like an open and shut case?
Well, we would hope so. The investigation continues. We're not going to look at it as open and shut, but you're right. I agree with you 100%. The evidence is piling up and is becoming overwhelming.
Undersheriff, we're looking at video right now of Tyler Robinson just a short time ago appearing for his first court hearing. I was struck by the fact that he showed absolutely zero emotion. And there are reports he is no longer cooperating with the investigation. Can you confirm that?
He certainly doesn't seem to be showing any emotion right there, but as far as cooperation goes, I probably can't comment on that right now.
What's his demeanor in jail? Is he expressing any remorse of any kind?
Again, I haven't been down to visit him, so this is the photos that I'm seeing is the one you're seeing, and there doesn't seem to be much emotion there.
He also, Undersheriff, appears to be wearing, is that a bulletproof vest he's wearing, or is that a suicide vest?
It's a protective gown that he's on a special watch, so that's what we put him in, and it's a special gown.
Yep.
It's not bulletproof.
Special watch for.
Better believe it ain't 23-1 right now. 23-1. He only come out to see the sun and then go right back into his cell. 23-1 for sure. Yeah, they definitely got him on. They don't want him to kill himself. Because apparently in these text messages he was talking to, or apparently when, like, one of the reports it said that I was reading, I've been reading and watching shit about this all day, had said that when he had talked to it, like he had talked to somebody and said he was going to off himself. Fuck it. Like, why, I'm not going to turn myself in. I'm about to kill myself. That was his plan. So regardless of it, they definitely, that's probably why they got him in that vest.
A suicide watch? Because I know he had said at first to his parents he would not turn himself in, he would rather kill himself.
There you go. See?
Yes, I mean, it
At
can be.
least you know I'm informed. I said it before I ain't even watched this video. I said it before I was reading. Eyes are reading.
Used for that, but he's on a special watch right now until we see how he's going to, continue to act in the jail, what his behavior will be.
Sheriff Smith, the charging documents and the DA said today that Robinson's family had said that he'd grown more pro-gay and more pro-trans rights over the past few years. Does that coincide with the same time that he became romantically involved with his roommate?
Well, from the text messages that were read today, and also the things that we know, yes, it would appear that those things are all moving in the same direction.
So right around the same time, it obviously gives him a sort of a personal experience on this issue. At the same time that he was involved with this man who was his roommate, but this man who was also transitioning to a woman, was the time when he began to get more strident, or at least change his political views on gay rights and transgender rights.
Yeah, so at this time, I don't know exactly when he started to move that direction.
Text messages between Tyler Robinson and his roommate and partner are very revealing. One said, "How long have you been planning this?" The response was a bit over a week. And then Tyler Robinson tells his roommate to delete the conversation, which is essentially, that's a crime, right? That would be, if you're erasing evidence, that would mean you're an accessory. Yeah. Is there any possibility that the roommate could be charged?
Well, it would definitely be destruction of evidence, obstruction of justice to do something like that. And that's something that's part of the investigation as we're working through this. Our focus is to make sure that we have the best case possible against Robinson. But as we move forward, nothing's off the table. As we continue to investigate this and see who was involved, what level of involvement they had, and make sure that we're following every lead and making sure that everybody that was involved in this, that we've taken a close look at it to see if any charges need to be filed.
And Sheriff Smith, thus far it has looked like it's just been Tyler Robinson who's done this all by himself. Do you anticipate that you're going to learn more that will show he had help somehow?
Hard to say what I anticipate. We'll follow the evidence, we'll follow the leads. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but at this time, as you've heard, there's nothing glaring that's leading in that direction.
Under Sheriff, the roommate did not call police even after Robinson confessed to him that he did this. Is that correct?
I had heard that. I think Jeff Gray talked a little bit about that, our attorney today, but I don't know that for a fact.
Thank you for watching.
Honestly, and here's my honest opinion, right? This is my honest opinion, right? On all of this. I don't like how that's where everybody's like leaning with this. Even with the black guy on the train that killed the white woman. The first thing we went to was a black guy killed the white woman. Like, that's the first thing we went to, instead of a crazy ass motherfucker did a senseless ass crime and they just need to be in jail because as a human they're just a piece of shit and they should not be around society. Instead of just going there, we always try to villainize a group of people by trying to make them the blame. Just because this Tyler Robinson kid had a transsexual woman or man, I don't look, just because he was dibbling and dabbling with the LGBT community, and just because he grew up conservative, that shouldn't put like onus on anything. Like, nobody should be a target that is of the LGBT community or even the conservative community, because that's the ilk this guy came from. Both sides, if you want to. And I'm saying he is ilk of both sides. He is what happens when you grow up one way. You probably grow up being taught to be racist and a hateful person. And then when you get older, you realize, I guess, you like transsexuals or you like the other opposite sex or whatnot. And then you come to when you find out you have those feelings and you think those feelings are just the feelings that you have, you find out the side that you're on, don't fuck with that. And now it's like, wait, I'm still me. I'm still a human being. I'm still a person that deserves to be loved and whatnot. Like, why don't y'all fuck with me because I like to fuck with transsexuals? What's the problem? I guess. And for conservatives, that is a big problem. So he probably kept that a secret from his family. His family probably didn't even know he was dibbling and dabbling like that. Like I said, you heard his grandmama, she was cussing niggas out. She was like, y'all not about to sit here and say my grandson was a liberal. He wasn't no liberal. Nah, he grew up in a Mormon conservative family, right wing to the core. His dad's a Trump voter. His whole family voted for, look, that's what we on. Whatever that might be. So at the end of the day, just making this, like, trying to put blame and whatnot. Yeah, find out the motive, find out what the motive is. And it's because if it's because he just didn't like what Charlie Kirk had to say, just let that be that. And let us all come together in unison and go, hey, just because somebody says something that you don't like doesn't mean you're supposed to kill them. That's just not what we're doing, okay? Yeah, fight them back with words and policies and facts and this, that, and the third. Do that. But don't pick up arms and go shoot a nigga. I would tell that to Tyler Robinson, and I would tell that to the black boys in the streets as well. Just because you got a problem with your op, don't pick up your gun and go shoot up the block. A kid could get hit. A bystander that got nothing to do with y'all problems could get hit. That's senseless. We shouldn't be doing that. Violence should be condoned no matter what the motive was.